Dolly. Yes, we have renamed the show in honour of Dolly Parton. She has some...
I thought it was Dolly the sheep. I've got the wrong script.
Dolly the sheep was named after Dolly Parton.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
there you go.
Beautiful.
Now, Dolly, as we know, has some pretty impressive measurements. But how about these figures? Dolly's had 25 #1 singles and has sold more than 100 million records worldwide. She is a legend in every sense of the word. And last week I was lucky enough to have a chat with her.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life.
Well, hello, Dolly.
Well, hello. I've never heard that before.
Damn, I thought I'd be the first one to say it. I want to talk to you about your charity. You are a prolific songwriter. You are an incredible storyteller. You have such a way with words. Was words and reading and stories a big part of your childhood?
It was. I mean, we lived way back in the mountains, and I loved books for as long as I can remember, but we were a big family. There was 12 children in our family, so we weren't allowed really to have books in the house because with all the little kids tore them up. But I loved it at school. I used to love to read everything I get my hands on. And a lot of my own relatives didn't get a chance to go to school because very country people with big families, and a lot of the kids had to just go to the fields to work to try to raise the family. So a lot of my own relatives couldn't read and write, my own father being one of those. So and I realized really early on how important it was to know how to read and to kind of, you know, to know what's going on in the world.
Well, I actually read, Dolly, that your daddy was very good with numbers.
He was. My daddy was smart.
How about these numbers? In the past 18 years, your Imagination Library has donated 56 million books to more than 1 million kids.
That's great, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, my dad was so proud. I actually started that program. For those watching that don't know, it's where we send books to children from the time they're born. They get a book once a month until they start kindergarten, until they're 5 years old. And so I did that in honor of my dad, and he got to live long enough to see the Imagination Library do so well. And he loved it when the kids called me the book lady. So I was so proud that he got to see all that, you know, come to be. And so, but that's wonderful numbers, and my dad would have been so proud to know that now.
They're incredible figures, almost as impressive as your measurements.
Well, thank you. They kind of vary my measurements, and hopefully these will too, because now we've started the Imagination Library, hopefully in New Zealand and in Australia, and we're working with Rotary and with United Way, and so we're going to be getting far more books in the hands of more children through the years all over the world.
It is such a wonderful cause, and your Imagination Library is in places like the UK, the US, Canada, and now Australia, which is very exciting. But it all began in your home county, and it's so interesting to see that no matter how bright your star shone, you always stuck to your roots.
Well, I love my home. I love my family. I never left home because I didn't love the Smoky Mountains. I wanted to always just take them with me wherever I went, and I have. See? And the great
Your cup
Smoky
runneth
Mountains.
over.
Yeah.
Well, you sing about loving men and losing them, but you have been in a relationship. You've been married for more than 45, 48 years?
Well, it'll be 48 years come May. And that's the one I hope not to lose. I can write and sing about all those losses and gains of all those others, because I can write about everybody else's relationships. But with mine, I've been at it. It's it's his first marriage and mine. And come May, the 30th, we'll be together for 48 years.
And is the spark still there?
Oh yeah, we sparkle all the time. I stay gone a lot, so when I do get home, we really sparkle.
His name is Carl Dean.
Carl Dean.
Some people have questioned whether he's actually real because we never see him. He's very private. Do you ever bring him on tour?
No, he doesn't like that. But to say whether he's real or not, he's the realest person I know. He's very down home. He's a country boy. And if those that follow the signs, he's Cancer, and that means he's a homebody. He loves to stay around home. He's got his own things to do. And we met when the first day I came to Nashville. We married 2 years later. But he knew why I was there, and he knew I wasn't giving up that dream. So he knew that if he was going to be with me, he was going to have to fit into that dream. And it worked out really nice because he's the best thing ever happened to me. He completely understands me and loves me, but he's very real. And you read all this crazy stuff in the tabloids that, oh, I'm marrying some girl, or that I'm having a relationship with some woman. I'm not. I love my husband, and I'm not interested in girls.
He must be a very secure bloke.
He is. He knows that I'm always coming home, and I know I'm always going home.
How charming is she? She's so charming. She turned it on. Dolly's Imagination Library is launching in Australia after helping improve the literacy of kids in the US, the UK and Canada. And you can register at imaginationlibrary.com.au, and your child, your sponsorship child, will receive a free book every month until they turn 5.